Oh, look, it just firstly from an All Black view, we're bitterly disappointed with the result, the way we played. But I think what happened in the game is that we saw a team that everyone said their disadvantage was they hadn't played a lot of rugby, but I think their camp, their 3 weeks together and their 2 games meant that they've come in here with massive energy and I think probably a massive desire to prove something for their country, who's gone through a heck of a hard time. And I know I want to congratulate them on the result. It's a bit of a historic day for them, and so whilst it's deeply disappointing for us, it's massively exciting for them, and I guess it's a big congratulations from us to Mario and his team for what they've achieved.
Did you underestimate them then? Is that what you're saying? What went wrong out there?
Yeah, look, we certainly didn't underestimate them. We've had those sort of arm wrestles with them before. And they're a team that we've got massive respect for, because they've always turned the game into an arm wrestle against us, and they did that, and they challenged us on, I guess, our composure again. And it's probably 2 weeks in a row that we haven't handled that as well as we could. We tried to work on that. We guessed that was coming, and still didn't quite get the result we wanted, and gave them a lot of penalties and a lot of field possession, particularly in that first 40. But to their credit, they look pretty fresh, and they went right through the 80, and so they've done a fantastic, amazing job, I think, the last 2 months getting their team to that point.
At what point today, and did you think things weren't going your way? At what point did you realise that maybe this life wasn't where it needs to be?
Oh, look, I think you have spells in every test where you know that the opposition will get some momentum, and they started the game well, and they were able to keep their way through it. I think we probably kicked away too much ball when we had an opportunity to put some phases against them. That they were doing that against us and put us under some pressure and picked up some penalties, and we probably needed to do the same back to them. And so I think we didn't impose ourselves enough on them. But like I said, I think we just weren't able to take some opportunities in that second half through probably rushing things, couple of errors, and as each opportunity got lost, you could see the Argentinians growing belief, and they didn't stop.
It's 9 years since the All Blacks have gone back-to-back defeats. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, we can tell by my body language I'm not excited by it. So we've got we're all hurting in there. It's been it's been a massively difficult year for everyone. Everything sort of feels a little bit different. But when you come to the game, we've prepared well. But we've been met with a team with a little bit too much passion for us, and we've got to sort that out.
Do you think you're starting to feel the pace a little bit of playing so many tests in quick succession?
Well, look, there's no excuses. You've had 2 teams with very similar, with sort of contrasting build-ups, I should say, and it has been a busy time, and hence we've felt we've had to make a number of changes, but there's no excuses. Like it's an All Black jersey, and we want to be at our best every time. But there certainly was two contrasting intensity levels in those 2 teams today.
And then one test left for the All Blacks this year. What do you want from that?
Yeah, look, we've got a bye now, so we're going to use that well. We've clearly got to go away and ask ourselves some serious questions, and like I said, that loss is going to hurt, and we've got to go back and use the next 7 days well, and I guess recharge the tank and make sure that we finish this year on a high. And I know that every man in our shed at the moment will want to do that. So we don't like having another team play at a higher intensity than us, so we've got to go and figure out how to respond.
Yeah, how do you feel that result will be seen upon by All Blacks fans in New Zealand and back home?
I hope they don't like it. That's the way our country is, but we can't control that. All we can control is our performance, and we haven't met our expectations. Look, it wasn't through it wasn't through lack of trying. I think you saw a lot of men chucking everything at it in the last 20 minutes, and this is a team that really want to play, and we're desperately trying to get it right, and we've put a lot of focus early on the bleeders low, and we've come down from a high, and we haven't climbed back up again, and we've got to get that level right very, very quickly to meet expectations in a fortnight.
Sam, at what stage of the game do you start to think, geez, this isn't going to plan?
Look, test matches have like swings and momentum, and I knew within the first 20 minutes we didn't have much momentum at all, but the messaging was about hanging in there. We'll get our chance, we'll get opportunity, just keep defending, and I suppose compounding errors and compounding penalties made that pretty difficult.
This side's probably one of the least experienced in terms of Kieran Reid and all the greats have kind of retired. Is there a lack of leadership in this side?
Look, if you look through the team, I think there's plenty of experience, but there's no doubt there was times in that game where individuals and as a team we didn't have as much composure as we would have liked to have had. So that's a clear area of focus for us going forward. But I think we've definitely got the right men in there for the job.
Sam, there was some serious lack of discipline at one stage in this first half. Were they getting under your skin?
Look, you'd have to say that they were at times, based on some of the reactive penalties we gave away, which is disappointing because it's something we'd look to nullify.
Is it the ability to play? Are they nagging you on the field like they are in soccer?
Look, test match rugby, high intensity, is always lots of niggle because there's lots of passion. Both teams want it, so it's not something we didn't expect.
Ian, that's 2 wins from 5 games to start your tenure as All Blacks coach. Are you feeling the pressure?
No, I guess this role always comes with pressure. So it's what I feel right now is massive disappointment, but we haven't achieved what we wanted to achieve in the last 2 games. And so the key right now is for me is we've got a lot of good people in this group where we've shown we can perform at a high level. We just got to go back to do it. And the word pressure's there all the time. But I think the word I'm just bitterly disappointed more than anything.